Open the door, Johnny.
Careful there, Doc. Reckless behavior like that couldn't be good for a surgeon.
So did you have fun, Johnny?
You're gonna have to be more specific than that.
I warned you about Lisa. I told you your little game was gonna end up dangerous. Someone's gonna end up dead.
Well, you look healthy to me, and Lisa was just here, and believe me when I say that she was more than healthy. From what I understand,
A 4-year-old
okay.
boy is dead, Johnny. Lisa was so desperate to get her hands on that syringe, she tried to run Robin off the road. She ended up hitting and killing Elizabeth Weber's little son, Jake. Blood's not only on her hands, Johnny, it's on yours, too.
Excuse me, can I have the Jaws and Jacks? Okay, thank you. This time you won't get a free pass from Shady Brook. Hopefully you'll end up in prison, where you belong.
Okay, what's got your paranoia in a twist now?
Well, you took the syringe from my locker.
If you say so, though I doubt you have any proof.
You're right. I can't prove it. Was it worth killing a child over?
Excuse me?
Did you see him and just not give a damn?
Okay, I don't know what you're raving about, but I'm not gonna stand here.
You were tailing me on Lexington last night. That's the street where Jake Weber lived, where you hit him and he died.
Anything new on the driver that hit Jake Weber?
Yeah, we eliminated 3 suspects so far. Sam McCall, Sonny, and your niece. 4 remain, including a mystery town car with blacked out windows and fake plates.
It's a mob.
Yeah, that or someone else who didn't want to be identified last night. And then there's Luke Spencer, Lisa Niles, and Carly Jacks.
Michael. Dr. Weber?
Got a second?
You know, actually, I gotta get going.
We should talk. I think the least we owe Jake is to be honest with each other.
You're telling me that I could have hit Jake? That's completely impossible.
Caroline, they've compiled a list of suspects from a traffic camera on Lexington.
I was on Lexington. I was on Lexington. I was coming here to the hospital to see Jocelyn. I was so worried about her, I didn't even pay attention to the road. Oh my God. Are you telling me that I hit Jason's little boy?
I waited in case you needed me. But if you'd rather be alone.
How's Jocelyn?
I checked with the hospital and she's doing good. Looks like she's out of danger.
Can you stay with me?
Lisa ran over a little kid. Are you sure?
Police have forensics looking at her car as we speak. So, Johnny, was it fun? I mean, are you proud of yourself? Did you get extra points in your little game for killing a little kid?
Sorry.
You're pathetic, Johnny. Was it worth it? Huh? Your game?
I
you
had
to
no
play?
idea this was gonna
Well,
happen.
the hell you didn't. How many times did I warn you? Lisa is dangerous. Might make a little bit more of an impression now, huh?
This is Elizabeth Weber's kid.
Yeah. Jake, come on. Say his name. Not a big deal if it was Robin, right?
No one was supposed to die, all right? This was supposed to be just a game. And if that little kid did die and it's my fault, then yeah, I'll carry that with me for the rest of my life.
Well, I hope so. I hope his face is the last thing you see before you go to sleep every night.
Yeah, but the cops, they don't have proof, right?
Of all the drivers under suspicion, Lisa's the only one crazy enough to kill a little boy and keep driving. You know, Johnny, you might not be charged with accessory, but this is just as much your fault as it is hers.
It shouldn't have gone this far. You should have been stopped months ago, before you had the chance to kill an innocent 4-year-old little boy.
Okay, you don't give up, do you? Of course I'm upset that Elizabeth lost her son, but pinning that on me? Okay, that's a stretch even for you.
You're not gonna get away with it this time. You know, it's so sick that your vendetta against me is so out of control that a child had to die at your hands.
I'm not gonna stand here and listen to this.
Don't bother running to cover up the evidence. The police have already impounded your car, and forensics are going over it as we speak. Any minute, you will be exposed for the evil woman that you really are.
Okay, you know what this is about? This is about you being jealous of me, right? You're so afraid of losing Patrick. You're gonna accuse me
I
of
am not
killing a
jealous
child?
of you anymore, okay?
Patrick and I are back together.
Oh, you didn't hear that? Every dirty trick imaginable, and still you end up with nothing. Well, that's not entirely true, because you'll always have this one thing to carry with you. You will always be a child killer.
Look, I know you all circled your wagons to keep the truth hidden, and that everyone had the best of intentions.
You mean for Jake?
I don't know, I guess I should be grateful. At least Elizabeth had a chance to give Jake the best life he could possibly have. The irony is, Jason stepped out of the picture to keep him safe.
Yeah, I guess it proves no matter how much you love a kid, you can't guarantee them a perfect life.
It's eerie standing here looking at you. And the family resemblance between you and Jason and Jake is so strong. It's like I'm seeing who Jake would have become if he lived. It's a heartbreaker, though. Jason and Carly are so close. To have Jason's son be the one who was able to save Jocelyn's life, you know?
Yeah, and Jocelyn's really sick. Finding a parent to donate organs was a miracle. We can't thank Lucky and Elizabeth enough.
It was a difficult decision for Elizabeth. But I know that as time passes, she'll find comfort knowing that Jake made it possible for Jocelyn to live. Elizabeth and Carly have never gotten along, but I know my sister knows what Carly must have been going through, and as a mother, I know she was glad to help. Anyway, I just wanted to say I'm happy for all of Jocelyn's family that she's going to be okay.
Who else is on this list of suspects?
What is this? Are you wondering if you've got enough time to cover up incriminating
I don't have anything to
evidence?
cover up. I'm trying to figure this out. I want to know if I did it. This is Jason we're talking about here. I know how much he loved that little boy. If I did this, Luke,
it isn't a lock, Caroline. If they had anything concrete, they would already have made an arrest.
How can I hit a little boy and not know it?
Well, it was dark, and you were rushing to get to the hospital. You were distracted. That big SUV, it's possible to hit a small child. And
Oh, no, this is crazy. I mean, it's unthinkable.
I know.
This is my best friend. Oh, God, if I'm responsible.
Hey, look, don't jump to conclusions. You may not have to deal with this. Just deal with what you know.
Okay, I have to find this out. I have to figure it out now. Jocelyn's alive because of that little boy. If I kill Jason's son, I don't know how I live with myself.
I probably should have waited through the surgery to see if Jocelyn was all right, but I just couldn't stop thinking about Jake. Remember this?
Yeah. I do. We had it the night of the bus crash. The two of you couldn't stop playing with it.
Yeah, I could hear his voice so clearly asking me about my motorcycle. I just had to go. I just had to get on my bike, and I went as far, and as fast as it would take me. You know, I wound up in the middle of nowhere at this little gas station, and the sun was coming up, and just for a second, I thought I could just keep on going and never come back. Never face the fact that Jake is gone. And I barely knew him. But I would never do that to you.
You know what the most tragic part of all of this is?
The apology that you're gonna owe me when you realize that you're wrong about me again.
None of this ever had to happen. I didn't have to live in fear the last few months. Jake didn't have to die. You didn't have to throw away what was left of your sanity or ruin your career. Because what you've been chasing so relentlessly all this time was never yours to have. Patrick never wanted you.
His actions definitely showed otherwise.
What happened with you was a blip in our marriage. It's not going to have any long-lasting effect.
Okay.
And in fact, I think it made our relationship stronger because now we know we can face and overcome anything together.
You're so delusional.
No, that would be you. And when they prove that you ran down Jake, you will be on your way to prison the way you so richly deserve.
You know what? Another thing you don't know about me, I never go quietly.
Please don't let me be the driver that hit Jake.
Hey, slow down, Caroline. You're on a list of suspects. Whoever hit Jake, it was an accident.
Oh, God, if it was my car, then it was my fault. It means I did it. I was distracted. Why the hell wasn't I paying more attention? Oh, God, when I think about that little boy laying next to him. If this is true and I did this, what do I say to Jason? What is there to say? Oh, my God.
Hey, how's Jocelyn doing?
She's getting better all the time.
Good. Well, I take it you both know you're on the suspect list? I'm not gonna ask how you found out. I'm pretty sure I know how that happened.
You're a suspect? When were you planning on sharing that information?
It slipped my mind. I was worried about you.
You're not worried about me. You're here covering your own ass.
I didn't hit the kid. That much I'm sure of.
But you're not so sure about me.
Okay, look, it's a simple enough matter to prove.
Then do it, please. Check my car first. It's downstairs in the garage. It hasn't been moved since Jocelyn got sick. I want to know if I did this.
Package for Damian Spinelli.
Yeah, I'll send for it. Thank you. Here. I think it's Spinelli's book. The toast is edible. I think I've actually perfected my toast making skills.
Really not that hungry.
There's nothing you're supposed to do. There's no reaction you're supposed to have.
Thanks, Epiphany. Yeah, I'm not gonna be making it in for rounds this afternoon. My sister needs me here. Yeah, I'll tell her. Thanks. Hey, is this a surprise?
Not a bad one, I hope.
No, not at all. Come in.
I never really understood the purpose of people showing up with food when someone was going through a terrible loss. I think I finally got it. It's not that the people suffering are gonna be so hungry all of a sudden. It's for the other people, so that they can feel like they're doing something, anything.
Hey, well, believe me, if I can make a casserole, I'd be doing it right now. I've been doing everything. I've fielded phone calls, taken care of all the pedestrian stuff. But my sister is upstairs, lying in Jake's room right now, and I don't have a clue what to do for her.
You are taking care of Elizabeth right now. See, believe me, she appreciates it. Who's taking care of you?
You are, right now.
And I gotta ask, when was the last time you ate?
I don't know. I don't really care. I just want to do something for my sister, you know?
Steve, you're doing it. Okay? You're
You know
here.
what? I can't get rid of this anger. I mean, why'd this have to happen? What could a child's death possibly serve in the scheme of things?
We don't always get to know those answers.
Jake was a special kid, and I know parents say that. But he was bright, he was determined. And I think about the hospital and the miracles that happen there every day. Why didn't Jake get one?
I should give this back to Elizabeth.
I can't imagine what Elizabeth is going through. I really hope the two of you can find a way to help each other.
I don't think that's gonna happen. She doesn't want my help.
Stone Cold. Words fail. I just wanted to convey my sincere condolences.
Thank you.
You know, I just wish that there was some real consolation I could offer. A way to explain all this stuff.
There's nothing. Nothing you can say.
Yeah, I need an APB on a 2010 silver SUV, license plate CP2269, registered to a Carly Jacks. That's right, one of the suspect vehicles in the Jake Weber hit and run.
Hey, where have you been?
Oh, jeopardizing my medical career, but it felt good. Hand's a little sore, though.
For what? Putting your fist through a wall or punching someone?
There you go. I simply went over to Johnny's to have a little conversation with him.
Right.
Truth is, I wanted to strangle him with my own hands. How many times did I warn Johnny about Lisa? And that his little game was gonna get somebody killed, where she ended up killing Jake.
Which she's denying, of course.
Robin, I keep thinking about Elizabeth. I mean, what if that was Emma?
I know. I'm trying not to think about that. I don't think I could survive that.
I don't think I'll ever forgive myself.
What happened to Jake wasn't your fault.
Kind of is. Lisa's only here because she's been coming after me.
But you can't blame yourself for how crazy Lisa is. That's on her. Uncle Mac, are you here for Lisa?
Yeah, well, I'll get some results back. I can't discuss it right now. We're gonna get to the bottom of it, I promise. Excuse me.
Dr. Niles?
I assume you're the head of the committee here to frame me?
I'm here to inform you the forensics on your car has been completed and the results are conclusive. We have traffic camera footage of your car racing through the intersection of Lexington and Gable in pursuit of Robin. We're going to cite you for reckless driving. I guarantee we'll make it stick. However, forensics show that your car was undamaged. There's no trace of any DNA, no indication yours was the car that hit Jake Weber, so for now you're off the hook.
Come on, Mac, it doesn't mean she's not guilty. So what? She's got a car wash.
Look, the investigation is ongoing, all right? We still have 3 other suspect cars to investigate. If there's still no indication as to who's responsible, we'll continue to investigate Dr. Niles. I'll personally see to that.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that the commissioner's looking out for me because it makes it so much easier for me to sue for harassment, malicious prosecution.
Try it. Please.
So once again, this was just another episode of your wife's paranoid imagination.
You know, I've seen you cover your tracks so many times, it doesn't mean you're not guilty. You're the only one soulless enough to kill a little boy and duck responsibility.
Patrick, what does it have to take for you to realize that all I ever did was
No,
look at you?
Lisa, nothing ever will change my opinion of you.
Hey, how's the investigation going?
I should ask you the same thing.
What do you mean? Oh, okay, I saw the suspect list on your desk, and I only told my dad that he and Carly were on the list.
Really? And then no other suspects?
I
you get a
only
heads up
told
to?
my dad.
Okay, you know, this isn't okay.
I know, I'm sorry.
But you do it again.
Well, probably. It's my dad, definitely.
Look, I know I'm in no position to criticize given what I kept from you, but this, you could have got me fired.
Okay, well, no one has to know.
That's not the point. I trusted you to not ever even think to do something like that.
Okay, I guess it's kind of like how I trusted you with Brenda.
Again,
I'm sorry.
guess I just-
No, this is stupid. This is not a competition. This is my dad, and I felt like I had to tell him, but really, I'm sorry. I definitely don't want your job to be on the line because of it. I guess I can understand a little better why you kept your secret with Brenda, because it feels like some loyalties can't be ignored.
Well, I guess there's only one thing to do.
What?
Make damn sure I do a better job of concealing stuff on my desk.
I don't know if this helps at all, but I spoke to Jax this morning, and he's like a different person. You know, the relief is so obvious.
Jocelyn's making a great recovery, and I'm glad for that. I am. And I can even find consolation in the fact that Jake saved her life. It's not so easy for my sister.
No, of course not. I mean, what Elizabeth is going through right now, it's like physically painful to even think about for a mother to lose their child. You know, when Dante was shot, I thought that I was going to lose him. And it was like my whole world just fell away. You know, I couldn't imagine what it would be like to have to live without him, you know? Elizabeth, I'm sorry to intrude. I brought over a casserole. I just wanted to know that if there's anything at all that I can do, please let me know.
Thank you. You work with Jax, don't you?
Yeah.
Can you let him know that I'm just really glad Jocelyn is doing so well?
first sight. I dreamt that Jake was calling me. He was outside and he was calling for me. And when I woke up, for a second, I thought that this was all just a nightmare. And that he was really still alive.
Is there anything I can do?
No, there's nothing.
You know, I'm aware from online surveillance that the police are searching for the driver. I've yet to interfere with their research as of this point, but I could easily procure a suspect list, and Fair Samantha and I could do an investigation of our own.
No, Spinelli. I'm just gonna let the cops handle this.
And there truly is nothing I can do.
Hey, your book came in. I mean, I think it's your book. Isn't the publication date next week?
Yeah, April 5th, but the book no longer seems significant. It's just a mere trifle, a work of fantasy.
It's important to you, and I'd really like you to go ahead with it.
But I thought...
No, you should do it.
Want to go to the office? We can go to the office and go over the book, make sure there's no mistakes. You okay with that?
Yeah.
I need to do something with Jake's room.
Lizzie, you shouldn't be thinking about that.
I do. I'm just not sure whether I should be boxing up his things or, I don't know, maybe I should make the room into a playroom for Cameron and Aiden, but I don't want the boys to think that I'm erasing Jake from their lives, but I can't walk in there with it.
You can't be making decisions right now. Why don't you just wait until the boys get home and see what they want?
Give myself some time. Is that what you're saying? I can't even think in terms of time right now. My baby was gone in an instant, and now every minute feels like an eternity.
That's why you need to give it time to sink in. And I'm not saying it's going to get easier. But the more time that passes, it's going to start to seem more normal.
What? Normal? I am never going to feel normal again. There's never going to be a day that my arms don't ache from my baby.
How the hell long does it take to run forensics on 3 cars?
Well, we got an APB out on Carly's car. It wasn't in the garage of the hospital like she said it was. Luke's car's next, and we still haven't tracked down the mystery town car with the forged plates.
You know what, it wouldn't surprise me if that vehicle with the forged plates turns out to be a Corinthos car. Maybe that's what Michael was doing here.
Michael's here?
Yeah, well, according to Ronnie, he came down to complain about Sonny's car being impounded. Just as he was getting into it, Christina went hysterical and he had to take her out.
What was wrong with Christina?
I have no idea, but in the future, try to keep your siblings out of the squad room.
Hello?
Yeah. Hey, it's me. Where are you?
Actually, I'm in an alley off 3rd. I got into a fender bender.
Oh, hi. Hey, have you heard from your brother?
No, I was hoping that he would be here. I know, I just don't think that he should be alone, but I don't want to crowd him.
I understand. Well, he'll find us when he needs us.
Yeah. So, Dante's not too happy with me because I broke all kinds of confidences telling you that you and Carly were on the suspect list.
Oh. So he can have secrets, but you can't.
Oh, that's actually exactly what I said to him, but that's crossing a line.
Some lines should be crossed.
It just never occurred to me not to tell you. You're my father. Carly's my cousin. I feel like you needed to know.
I know, baby. That's what's called loyalty.
But what if Carly's guilty?
What do you mean? What are you afraid of? That she might use the advance notice to go hide evidence or something?
No. Not with this. Not when it comes to Jason. Jason?
I didn't know if you'd be here. I wasn't sure if you'd taken off on your motorcycle and if I'd ever see you again.
Came close.
I know this doesn't help, but Jocelyn's doing much better.
Yeah, Sam told me. I'm glad she's doing okay.
Spent the night in the hospital with her, and I woke up this morning and she was smiling at me and making noises, and my beautiful little girl is alive, and that's because of you.
It's because of Lucky and Elizabeth.
No, it's because of you. You've never failed me. Not ever.
What are you doing here? What aren't you saying to me?
Patrick and I are signing out, but we're reachable.
Thank you. So you ready?
Yeah. I'm glad you suggested a walk with Emma. We have a lot of family time to make up for.
Yes, we do.
Oh, this is Carly's car. You want to tell me what happened?
Yeah, my mom's still at the hospital. She couldn't leave, so I picked up the car, brought it home for her. Went down the alley, and some jerk came at me the wrong way. Had to swerve to avoid him, ran right into a wall.
You know, you'd be one hell of an undercover cop the way you lie.
Dante, I know what you're talking about.
Just stop, okay? Don't make it worse. I know you saw the suspect list. You know your mother was on it. You took this car, you drove it into a wall to destroy any evidence that could prove that she was guilty of hitting Jake. Lie your way to that.
I think I know Caroline pretty well. I have no doubt that if she was the one who hit Jake, it was an accident.
Yeah, but if it was her?
Well, I know if it was her, that's it. I mean, to kill a child is bad enough, but then to have that kid be the reason that your child lives.
You know what? There's another car with forged plates. Forged plates. It's gotta be them.
Yeah, phony plates. Those people had something to hide. I don't see people like that stopping for a hurt kid.
It's gotta be them. Carly couldn't have hit Jake.
If she did, I have no doubt that it was an accident. Even so, though. Man, how do you ever get over killing a child?
right, so it looks like she has everything she needs for right now.
As long as you're here, I'm gonna check in at the hospital.
Okay.
I'll be 2 minutes away if you need me.
I'm gonna be fine.
You good boys for Nicholas? Yeah.
Yeah, they were great. Had a lot of fun with Spencer, and he let Cam ride his pony this morning. So it was nice.
Was it fun?
When James comes back from heaven, can he ride the pony?
Come on, hugs. It's 2 hugs.
Whatever happened, just tell me and we'll figure it out.
Your son just died. You don't have to take care of
Well, maybe I want to.
I was at home when I got the call from Steve Weber that Jax had brought Jocelyn to the hospital. All I could think about was getting to my little girl, so, you know, Adams has so many lights on it, so I decided to take Lexington. Lexington is where Elizabeth lives. And I was on the phone trying to get in touch with Jax, and I wasn't paying attention to the road. And I don't know how I'll live with myself if it's true. But I could have been the driver who killed your little boy.